Let's explore a question that often arises in discussions about Buddhism. Do you need faith to practice Buddhism? Many of you may be wondering if Buddhism, unlike other religions, requires belief in something unseen, or if it is purely a path of reason and self-discovery. So, let's break this down together and truly understand what faith means in Buddhism. First, let's clarify that faith in Buddhism is not the same as blind belief. In many spiritual traditions, faith often means accepting something without question. But in Buddhism, faith, known as saddha in Pali, is more about trust and confidence in the teachings, based on personal experience and understanding. Buddhist faith can be divided into three key aspects. Faith in the Buddha, trusting that the Buddha was an enlightened teacher who discovered the path to liberation. Faith in the Dharma, having confidence in the Buddha's teachings, such as the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. Faith in the Sangha, respecting and learning from the community of practitioners and enlightened beings who guide others on the path. But here's the key difference. Buddhist faith is dynamic. It evolves with practice, deepens through understanding, and strengthens through personal realization. Is faith necessary to start practicing Buddhism? Now, you might be asking, do I need to have faith before I even start practicing Buddhism? The answer is no. The Buddha himself encouraged critical thinking and direct experience rather than blind belief. In the Kalama Sutta, he advised, do not believe something just because it is widely accepted. Instead, investigate it for yourself. If it leads to happiness and wisdom, embrace it. If not, discard it. This means you don't need faith to begin. Many people start practicing Buddhism simply out of curiosity or because they seek peace of mind. Over time, as they engage in meditation, mindfulness, and ethical living, they often develop confidence in the practice naturally. Faith as an initial motivation. That said, for many, faith does serve as a starting point. Maybe you believe that meditation can help calm the mind, or that compassion can lead to a better life. That's already a form of faith, a practical trust in the teachings. However, the goal is not to remain dependent on faith, but to let it evolve into wisdom. Buddhist texts describe different kinds of faith. Blind faith, amulika saddha, accepting something without understanding. It is not encouraged in Buddhism. Inspired faith, pasada saddha, feeling admiration and inspiration from the Buddha's teachings. Convictional faith, okapannika saddha, a deep confidence based on reason, practice, and personal experience. So, the ideal form of faith in Buddhism is one that grows from direct understanding and real-life practice. Faith and meditation. Are they connected? Let's talk about meditation. Many people start meditating without any particular faith. They just want to relieve stress or improve focus. But as they continue, they begin to notice real changes. A calmer mind, greater clarity, reduced suffering. Over time, this builds confidence in the practice. Faith plays a role in meditation because it helps you stay committed, even when progress feels slow. It counters doubt, which is a major obstacle in meditation. Certain meditative practices, like Buddhanussati, recollection of the Buddha, involve cultivating faith as a focus for concentration. That said, you don't need faith to start meditating. You can approach it scientifically and see the results for yourself. The role of faith in ethical practice. Ethics, or sila, is another key pillar of Buddhism. Some may follow ethical precepts simply because they see the benefits. Being honest, kind, and mindful leads to a happier life. Others, however, deepen their ethical practice because they have faith in karma, the understanding that our actions shape our future experiences. Whether or not you believe in karma, living ethically brings practical benefits, peace of mind, trust from others, and a sense of integrity. Faith can strengthen this commitment, but it is not mandatory. A crucial teaching in Buddhism is the balance between faith and wisdom. Imagine trying to cross a river. Faith is like the boat that carries you across, but wisdom is the skill that allows you to steer it in the right direction. If you have too much faith without wisdom, you might follow blindly. If you have too much skepticism without faith, you may never take the first step. The Buddha himself emphasized this balance. He encouraged questioning, exploration, and personal realization. In Buddhist practice, faith and wisdom must support each other for real transformation to happen. Let me share some wisdom from Buddhist teachings. In the Dhammapada, it is said, "Faith leads to joy, and joy leads to peace." Faith can be a source of motivation and inner peace. The story of Venerable Sona teaches us about balance. He initially practiced with extreme effort, but found enlightenment only when he balanced effort with wisdom. The parable of the raft reminds us that teachings are tools for liberation, not doctrines to be clung to with blind faith. Can one be a Buddhist without faith? This is an important question. Many people consider themselves Buddhist without having strong faith in every Buddhist concept. Some practice meditation and mindfulness without fully embracing Buddhist philosophy. Buddhism allows this flexibility. However, even those who start without faith often develop a kind of practical faith, a trust in the effectiveness of mindfulness, ethical living, and self-awareness. Over time, this practical faith can evolve into deeper understanding. Faith is a guiding light, not a requirement. So, do you need faith to practice Buddhism? No, it's not a requirement. But faith, in the Buddhist sense, can be a helpful and supportive force. It provides motivation, deepens commitment, and evolves into wisdom over time. You don't need blind faith to start practicing Buddhism. Buddhist faith is based on reason, experience, and personal growth. Meditation, ethics, and wisdom can be developed with or without strong faith. Over time, faith can emerge naturally as trust in the practice. So whether you come to Buddhism with deep faith or simple curiosity, the teachings are here for everyone. The path of Buddhism is open to all who seek peace, wisdom, and self-discovery.